Really pleased today to welcome someone who may be familiar to the Awhi at Home whānau, Rebekah Corlett from I Am Rebekah Corlett. Welcome to Awhi at Home. And you have a blog saying I am Rebekah Corlett. So who is Rebekah Corlett?
Who am I? It's a question I've been asking myself a bit lately, trying to remember who I was before I was a parent. But basically I named my blog around the time my daughter was diagnosed with autism at age 2.5, which was 9 years ago. And we were just getting a bit over all the labels that we were being given. And that was just me saying, actually, this is who I am. A label doesn't define my daughter or my family or myself. So it was just me saying, this is me. Hi, and this is my blog, basically.
How's the evolution been for you from the time you started that blog?
I started the blog actually out of frustration, and sadly, it started as a complaint letter where we'd had my daughter had been in hospital, and she had a bit of a relapse, feeling unwell about a week later, and we tried to take it to a local doctor, and we basically got told to leave because she was so loud. It was just an awful situation, and the only way I could think to make myself feel a bit better was to write a complaint letter to management. And when I read it back, I just thought, well, it was so toxic and poison how I'd written it out. I thought, I really don't want to put that out into the world. So I actually deleted it and started again and wrote how I really felt and how it felt to for my child to be disrespected and for my family to feel isolated in that moment. And so I actually wrote my first blog then. Reading it back, I wondered if somebody might be able to relate. And it was at a time where family were struggling to understand what we were going through, and we didn't always have the words to explain it. So starting the blog was just pretty much a way for us to say, this is what we're going through, just so you know. You don't have to do anything about it, but just this is where we are, and this is and it's okay. I don't blog as much as I used to because we all, as parents, we evolve as parents as we go along this journey. And the more, especially autistic adults that I spoke to, I started to question the ways that I wrote and the voice that I was actually giving for my daughter when, she's 11, and one day she may look at what I've written and say, Mum, why were you sharing that? That's my life that you were putting out there for everyone else to know about. So yeah, I'm more conscious of the voice being my own, on my own experiences, rather than putting words into my daughter's mouth, because as parents we are advocates for our children, but only for a short amount of time while they're young, because one day our hope and dream must be that they can advocate for themselves. And my daughter, she is non-verbal, but I think she advocates her need very well. And anyone who knows her and knows her well, they have no problems understanding exactly what she wants to communicate every minute of the day. So I think it's great if people want to share their stories through a blog or however they're doing it through social media, but just always be mindful of whose voice you're putting out there. That's my one message, basically. I've learned everything I know from adults, autistic adults, and encourage them to challenge you on the things that you think are true, and listen to them. Talk, but listen, and let them impart their life experiences on you, and then you'll get that'll look into the future that you might be seeking to see what your child's future might look like.
So has the result of that been that you have changed your perception of how you would like your daughter's future to be, or has that changed, or has that motivated you to get involved and try to change things for her?
Definitely motivated me to be more involved. I thought maybe my role in the early days was to be like a squeaky wheel parent, and just to be loud and just, strong-willed, and to get what we needed for her to thrive that way. But it's actually been around having the knowledge behind me that has powered us forward, and probably like benefited the whole family as well. That's we bring our daughter up with pride of who she is. There's no issue about wanting her to be a certain way or improve, if that's a word some people might use. She is who she is, and she's perfectly fine that way. So that's Sophia is free to be her unique self, and that's not for anyone to change, certainly not us as parents, or anyone around us. And I can see she is very comfortable in her own skin, and just blossoming as a young person should. So I'm really proud of the way she's growing up, and how her family around her just completely love that about her.
Well, congratulations, because then she is clearly Sophia, and she is, and you are Rebekah, and it's been just wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for all your time today.
No worries. Thank you very much, and thanks to everyone involved with Awhi at Home. What a great resource for families. I can't speak highly enough of you.